Hi everyone, Owen here again today, and today I'm going to do a painting inspired by the painting by Pierre Bonnard, Le Chat Blanc, which translates to the white cat. If you've ever seen that painting, it's a painting of a very long cat with weird legs and a weird neck. And I decided to do a similar painting, but I'm going to be doing one with my dog Piper. Let's get to it. So first up, I want a nice olive green for the background, and I just looked up how to make that. So we're gonna start small, just a little bit of paint, so I can get the color right. Basically, a little amount of yellow and some blue. Mix those together and we should get a greenish color. Yep, there we go. Might add a little more yellow to get it a little less kind of seafoam green, I would say that is. Or whoops, not white. Yellow. There we go. Okay, mix that together. And then it seems like the next thing to do is just to add a little bit of red. Get that more earthy, muddy tone. Mix that in and see how it's looking. It's definitely in that kind of olivey tone. I might add a little white just to lighten it up a little bit. Some white when I was prepping the canvas there. Yeah, I think a little white and maybe a tad more yellow, and this color will be good. So there we go. So now that I've got that nice olive green color all mixed up, it's time to start covering this canvas with it. Let's get to it. After a little bit of contemplation and looking at this, I still don't think it's quite the color I want. I want it to be a little lighter. So we're gonna let this dry and I'm gonna mix up a new color while I wait. Gotta say, waiting for paint to dry is probably my least favorite part of painting. And I'm sure it is other people's too. When I get in a groove, just wanting to make art and stuff like this, I don't want to have to wait for something like that. Like, it just takes me out of the groove. But what I did while I waited for that to dry was I kind of sketched out basically what I want this painting to look like. And now I'm just gonna try to sketch this on here. So now I've kind of sketched out my design, a little hard with the reflection, kind of show you. Basically that's what I want it to look like. And now I'm just gonna start mixing up some black paints, some grays and blacks, and yeah, just start filling it in. So there we have it. I used a little darker black for the back legs and stuff, lighter for this. Now I'm just kind of gonna work in a little bit of like little shading and stuff, just to kind of accentuate the shadows and kind of make different parts of the dog stand out. And add some for like feathery kind of longer hair, especially on the tail. Looks kind of like a horse right now. Try to make it look more like a dog. pretty happy with how this is looking. I got the shading and stuff down. I don't want to overcomplicate it because I want it to kind of be almost a silhouette. But I think lastly, Piper has these kind of, we call them her socks, kind of white with black speckles there. And she also has like a white kind of, not a star, but a blob of white on her chest and a little white on her tail. I don't think I'm gonna give her eyes or anything. I kind of like the way it looks right now. But I think I'm just gonna add those little touches and we'll call this done. Last but not least, I got my handy dandy paint marker, and we're just gonna add a little kind of polka dots that she's got on her paws, little spots. And we'll call this done. And voila, there we have it. This painting, I think, is complete. Lastly, of course, gotta give the painting a name. And since the painting I based it off of was called The White Cat in French, I decided that I'm gonna do The Black Dog in French, which is Le Chien Noir. Boom. Room on the signature there, and the year. Here we go. Oops. Upside down there. Thank you guys for sticking around through this video. Hope you enjoyed, and stick around to see what I do next week.